When a violation occurs at the moment, we've configured the ports to shut down. So show port security shows us that the security action when there's a violation is to shut the port down. So as an example, if we change the MAC address of the first router to some other value, let's say 4, an error disable message is displayed and the port is put into error disable state, and that was caused by this MAC address being learnt on the port. So now show interface status shows us that the port is error disabled. The problem here is that you would have to manually re-enable that port, which causes a large administrative overhead. So rather than doing that, you can go into global configuration mode on the switch and use the error disable recovery command to specify a cause and a recovery value. So there are multiple causes here, but the one that we're looking for is this one, port security violation. And then we could say error disable recovery interval and specify an interval for recovery. So I'll go on to gigabit 00, shut the port down, and then no shut it. We'll send some traffic from this router on port 1 to the other router. And what we should see is that an error disable message takes place when a security violation occurs. So let's confirm our config. The moment traffic is failing, and now we get a error disable violation taking place. So port has gone down. But what I'll do now is configure the MAC address to what it should be, and then I'll do a continuous ping, and hopefully after a while that should start succeeding. So notice the port has now come up again after 30 seconds. Pings are still failing. We have to wait for spanning tree and other protocols to converge. And again, I'm impatient here. I'll speed up the video so that you don't have to wait for the entire process to take place. But there you go. Notice the pings started succeeding. So scrolling up, we had an error disable message because there was a port security violation caused by this MAC address. Port went down, but then there was an error recovery where the switch attempted to recover from the port security violation error disable on gigabit 00, and the port came up. So it succeeded. But if I change the MAC address again, error occurs, port violation. Set it back to what it should be while we're waiting for it to recover. Show port security. At the moment, a security violation has occurred on gigabit 00. We can see the last MAC address learnt because of the security violation. The port is shut down at the moment, but now the port was shut down when I showed the output, but now it's recovering. So if I do the command again, you can see as an example that the port has gone up. So do the command again, we can see the port has come up again. There's no security violation on this port. So that's a nice way to recover from a shutdown through port security. Use sticky in this example to configure MAC addresses, and we can do an automatic recovery by using the error disable global configuration command saying recovery cause is port security violation, and it's going to take 30 seconds before it tries to recover. You could obviously set that to a larger number, but as an example, if a user by mistake connected the wrong device to the port, the traffic would be blocked and a log message would be generated. But if they then connected the right device to the port, you wouldn't have to telnet to the switch as an example and re-enable the port. It would automatically be enabled